Affin Holdings has reported a rise in net profit of over 36% in its third quarter. Earnings came in at close to 140 million ringgit, up from 102 million ringgit last year. The group saw better performance thanks to higher Islamic banking income, other operating income and also lower allowance for impairment losses. Revenue rose 10% from 504 million ringgit, up from nearly 460 million a year ago. Affin proposed a single-tier interim dividend of 3 cents per share. Looking ahead, Affin is cautiously optimistic on Malaysia's economic growth. On its commercial banking side, it says Affin Bank will continue to manage liquidity, safeguard asset quality, preserve margins and maintain its strong capital levels. It's also cautiously optimistic on the prospects of its investment banking segment, while the life insurance industry should be growing at a moderate rate. P Setia, the developer of the KL Eco-City, says it's working closely with the relevant authorities after a pedestrian bridge under construction at the site collapsed this afternoon. P Setia confirmed that the incident had taken place at the Abdullah Hukum project site. In a statement, it said fire and rescue services, police and medical services, as well as the Department of Occupational Safety and Health had been immediately notified of the incident. It added that the project team is still assessing the situation. As for the total number of casualties, it is still unclear, as at the time of the statement release, one worker had died. The pedestrian bridge was supposed to link KL Eco-City to the Gardens shopping centre, which would have eventually connected to the Abdullah Hukum LRT station and the soon-to-be-completed Eco-City KTM station. Asiata has denied a report claiming that it's looking to divest its 20% stake in Mumbai-based Idea Cellular. The telco says Idea is a strategic component of its portfolio and declined to comment any further. India's Economic Times had reported that Asiata was looking to hive off its stake in Idea as it expects its valuation to remain subdued for the next 3 years. This is because Idea may be hit by a pricing onslaught, with new player Reliance Jio Infocom offering free voice calls. Citing sources, the Indian business paper reported that Axiata had originally asked Idea's parent, the Aditya Birla Group, to buy back the holding, but it was turned down. It's now said to have informally asked investment bankers to seek buyers for the stake. The Daily reported that Idea's estimated share value on Axiata's books had been pegged at 155 rupees each, but its closing price yesterday was only at 79 rupees, down from a record 145 rupees last year. Sources told the Daily that Axiata can use the cash, or at the very least needs to go back to focus on its home market, and that it has no control over what happens to minority stakes. Boustead Holdings had a stellar run this third quarter, with net profit increasing 7-fold. Bottom line stood at 44 million ringgit, up 633% from only 6 million ringgit last year. Revenue, however, fell 5% to 2 billion ringgit, compared with 2.1 billion a year earlier. The company declared a third interim dividend of 5 cents per share. Boustead says the improved numbers were due to a gain on disposal of Jendela Hikmat Sendirian Berhad and sale of lands. The group expects the remainder of 2016 to still be challenging due to uncertainties in the global economy and capital market volatility. Nevertheless, it expects its diversified nature to augur well for the group going forward. TSH Resources is planning to privatize its subsidiary EcoWood International at 40 cents a share to restructure the loss-making unit. The plantation entity currently owns some 67.5% of EcoWood, which makes hardwood flooring. It plans to do this via the issuance of new TSH shares. EcoWood says its board will deliberate on the proposed privatization and decide on the next course of action. It will make a further announcement in due course. According to TSH, EcoWood and its subsidiaries have been loss-making for the past 7 fiscal years. For FY15, EcoWood recorded a loss of 3.3 million ringgit.